Hey up you lot, how are you? So, unless you're living under a rock, you know that we're counting down the days until Planet Coaster 2. And the current series I'm doing on the channel, well, that's coming to an end. So, I thought we could do something a little bit silly, you know, just kill the time between now and the launch. And why? Well, I actually want to play Planet Coaster as the devs intended, you know, as I said, something silly that we don't mind abandoning as soon as the new game comes out, just like the OG Planet Coaster players did when Zoo came out, because that actually happened. Now, I don't know how much we're going to get done before the release, but screw it, let's just have some fun. Money on, research on, no TMTK but all the DLCs, easy challenge mode, casual play, no edits in the video if I can help it, so just unadulterated 30 minutes of me chatting absolute rubbish, and I don't know why you're going to keep coming back. But I'm recording all of this in one go. We've got about 5 hours in real time, so just play the game, so sod it, let's just do it. Let's just play Planet Coaster. As I said, I've set up a challenge park. It's an easy challenge park. We've already got a couple of challenges here. It's being pushed heavily for the restaurant and the hotel. I might actually bin these off. Let's get some different challenges because I think it's going to be too early. I've made a couple of tweaks to the base park. I say base park, I've changed the opening time. But I can limit the guests on this one if I want to. We have a bit of research that's available to us that we need to do, but this does actually come with more stuff than I thought we were going to get. So we've got quite a lot of coasters. Because all of the DLC stuff on a challenge park from the base game comes already researched. If you're wanting to do research and stuff on it, you have to go in and do it as a scenario. I could have done that, but as I said, I've only got 5 hours, so I'm not going to mess around. These are all the the track rides that we've got. These are all the flat rides that we've got. These are all the shops and the facilities. Well, these are the food shops, and as I said, because they come as a DLC and they come pre-researched, we get all of this stuff. So we're kind of actually in a bit of a sandbox park. But it's fine, right? We could do something with it. So the first thing we need to do is set up some kind of economy in the game. We need to actually get going, and we need to start making some money, because unlike my usual stuff, which is purely sandbox and it doesn't matter about money, we actually need to make some. Now, I do have a plan for the park. I do want to do something very similar to, is it Sesame Palace in Philadelphia, you know, where it's sort of like long and you have this ride area here and you have a load of rides this side, but it sort of wraps, the entrance pathway wraps around this way. So that's kind of lending itself perfectly to just setting up any old crap along here that we're just going to move, which just so that we can make some money. So first thing I'm going to do is choose the free flyer. There we go, and I am literally making zero effort. This is, by the way, going to be the thing with the series. We're still going to go for plausible realism. It's still going to be the stuff that you're used to, but we need to dial back the stuff like the detailing and whatever, because as I said at the beginning, and I'm going to say this throughout constantly, I only have 5 hours to do this, so I don't even know what kind of park we're going to get done in 5 hours, because yeah, it's not a long time. Like a coaster on a normal series that I do will take me a day. So it's going to be blueprints galore. I'm not even going to lie to make friends. Right, so we've got the first ride in. It's 352 on the Prestige. Ticket price is £8. We started to spend our money already. So there is this rule, by the way, if you didn't know, that you can divide the Prestige by, I think it's 45. I think it is. I'd need to check, but you can divide it anyway. And that's the maximum ticket price. But I don't like doing the maximum ticket price, because the sooner that you milk money from your guests, the sooner they start to then bounce around your park with no money. And you end up actually just creating a bigger problem for yourselves down the line. So it's just not worth it. Right, so that's our first ride in. That should start getting some guests in. We're going to need a couple more rides, right? Just get people in. If we're going for a more family-oriented park, we're probably going to need to go for kiddies rides, really, aren't we? Kids and family oriented. Is it orientated? It's oriented, isn't it? It's like I say cohabitated, and that's wrong. We're going to need to go for family oriented rides. So yeah. By the way, did I mention at the beginning that I changed the times of the day that the park was open because I wanted to play with nighttime? So yeah. Oh, and that's the other big thing. That's the other big difference. We're going to be playing on unpaused, like actual playing. Yeah. So that's the thing. Right, so we've got 176 on the Prestige on this one. I'm going to go along and do scenery for these, by the way, because I know that you can charge more. But we're just going to keep it out of the box for now. £4, happy days, job done. Let's just start making some money. this is it's not going to present much of a challenge, I don't think, he says, famous last words, because we are not playing any kind of hard mode. So it's fine. Right, so we've got some rides going. Let's do a third ride, I think, and let's go for, we kind of want the high capacity ones, don't we? But the decent ones that we know we're going to be able to use, and we know we're going to move, and we're going to use them later. So let's go for the Rocktopus, because we all love a good Rocktopus. So I know I'm not going to put in the pirate ship. Or at least not yet, because that bloody thing, it just doesn't need to be in the game. It's awful. Greatly decorated, but it's absolutely useless. Like, there's no reason for that to be in whatsoever. Prestige is awful. You just can't make it worth its money. So there you go. The new pirate ship, by the way, in Planet Coaster 2 does look really, really good. Give them their dues with that. It does look good. Right, so there you go. You've got 3 rides. And we are already 6 minutes in. There you go. That's the end of the series. But we're now going to be starting making some money. So what do we do next? Well, let's set up the rest of the facilities, right? So in a bit of the park where I know we will be deleting later, but it's still important for the park, is down this bit. So we're going to need some food and stuff, aren't we? So, what do we go for? Let's go for our friend Chief Beef, because why not? Come on. What's going on? Why are we struggling? There you go. Go for our friend Chiefy Beefy. Let's also go for... No, hang on. We want to be in the building. God, I do know how to play the game. Let's go for Soda. There you go. And we also... Have we got any... We do. So... Well, yeah, it's really weird, right? It gives you Hats Fantastic and it gives you Looney Balloons, but it doesn't give you Just a Memento, which nobody shops at anyway. Like, you would not miss Just a Memento if you didn't research it. Like, that's obviously different in Zoo. That it does have a much better gaming experience, let's say. Right, so there you go. There's our stuff. We are either about to tank the economy completely. Oh, we need some toilets. We're either about to tank the economy completely, or we have we've gone to a winner. Right, toilets. Okay, so there you go. We've set up our basics of our park. This is looking good. It's not looking good at all, guys, is it? No. But right, so I'm gonna extend this bit out, because now we need to actually start building the park out, because it's that time. It's time to do that. So let me think about how we're going to do this. Oh, we need a staff building. Okay. Into staff facilities. There we go. I forget that we are playing with this level of stuff. Oh, yeah. It's going to do that. Right. Path. Done. Done. Is it working? So, yeah, 133 so far made. So it's looking okay. Right, so let's do something with this prestige, shall we? So we can get more people into the park and more money. Right, so sorry, I paused because I'm like, right, let's get rid of Theme Maker's Toolkit. So let's put the filters on for these, so that we're not... there you go. Theme Maker's Toolkit. Okay. That's the game lags, because it's like, please don't get rid of the Theme Maker's Toolkit. There's too much here. Okay, I am just going to throw some scenery down. This is going to be completely slap hazard, no care whatsoever. By the way, if you actually want to see the quality of my real life work that, you know, I've spent the last 4.5 years building up on the channel, feel free to go and have a look at any of the other series. Because this ain't it. That's for sure. So this is just spamming stuff around, and can you tell I've done this before? This is how I always used to play the game. This is how I played every single game. I even did this, by the way, on the was it the Airport CEO series that I did in the very, 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 very early days. You just build up an economy to start with, and then you just go from there. So we need some trees. As I said, it's zero care, zero thought into this. We are just building an economy. And remembering as well, by the way, that the better your park rating and the better your balance is, i.e. rides versus scenery versus coasters, then the more guests you get in the park. So at the moment we've got ride rating of 187, but our scenery rating is trash, it's 5. Our park balance bonus, therefore, is 3. So what we need to do is rebalance the park, but the better your balance and the better your scenery, the more guests you get in, therefore the more money that you make. And scenery doesn't cost anything to run, so it's a good investment in terms of money, because you know you're getting more guests for less scenery. So we've now got 26%, 25%. 24%, and of course this increases the queue value, and that means you can increase the amount that you charge for a ride. So it's kind of win-win. Oh, excuse me, but it's worth doing. That's what I'm saying. But it's good content. It does not make because there is nothing beautiful about this design. Which, by the way, we are just going to delete down the line. So not even sorry. This is so bad. This is where, by the way, stuff like blueprints really help, because it just cuts the amount of time that you're just clicking and doing rubbish. So yeah, that's fine. So let's talk about the idea that I'm going for then. So the idea of this Sesame Place that we're doing. So we've already introduced the idea that we want to have that entrance area where you've got everything on the left-hand side and nothing on the right-hand side, which is what the right-hand side is where we're working at the moment. I do want to have probably 3 coasters if I can squeeze it in. As I said, 5 hours is not a long time, so it's going to need to be blueprints galore, I'm afraid. You're definitely not going to see me building a coaster in this episode, because I use the 4-meter method. The 4-meter method takes ages to perfect, and I did just promise at the beginning of the entire thing that I wasn't going to do any kind of edits if I can help it. So, soz. But the 3 coasters I think I want, because we're going for a more family orientated thing. It's going to need a Woody, you know, like an out and back Jackrabbit style Woody. I think we're probably going to need something unique. No, I don't want that tree. Something unique, probably like a spinner, maybe, or what they call the El Loco, maybe, and then something thrilly. So probably a Eurofighter. I think I might actually use a Centurion blueprint from Zippity Point for that one. Right, so 58%. That's still looking decent. What's our park rating? Senior rating 11. Park ride rating of 200. Guest happiness 7%. So we've got 311 guests. Are we actually making money? We are making money. Do you know, we probably should have done hard mode. Like, let's make it at least a little bit watchable. But as I said, this is just designed for us to just play the game. I don't want to do anything else with it. Just play the game. Right. So take construction costs, rising tickets. Let's do profit. What are we doing in terms of history? Yeah, so we're making money, right? We're increasing the amount of money that we need. Right, so we do also need some stuff. So we are going to need at least you, Mr. Maintenance Man. We're going to need a janitor. And we are going to need an entertainer. What I do love, by the way, about Planet Coaster 2 is that the genders of the characters swap. They have included both genders. At the moment, we don't have that. We just have what we're given. So, like, the janitor is always this guy. The mechanic, who is currently stuck, is always this dude. And then, well, King Coaster is always neutral, isn't he? Because we say he, but it's because he's king. But the Planet Coaster 2 has the ability to swap the genders, so that's quite nice. And also, the guests have all got food needs, so the stalls need to cater for different food needs. You know, like food intolerances and preferences and that sort of stuff. Really, really, really nice touch. I can't wait to play with that mechanic. That's going to make that's going to make the game feel so much deeper if you're actually playing the game. I know that eventually, like, creators like us are going to end up going into just like sandbox mode and just playing sandbox. But eventually, if you are playing, not eventually, sorry, if you are playing the game as it's intended, then you are probably going to love it, because it's going to give you a new dimension of stuff. Plus, the game looks amazing as well. It looks amazing. It's so good. By the way, this is one of the tricks that I often use. I just bury scenery to improve your queue line count. So we're on 61%. We're on 83%, we're on 90%. So the free flyer, I think we can probably increase the price to £12.50. That's the base price I normally use for my rides, £12.50 for my thrill rides anyway. For my other rides, I normally use a tenner. And for Rocktopus, who struggles with the prestige, we do 8. Now, I have decided to not edit the ride sequence at the moment. I'm going to do that later on when we need it. At the moment, we need capacity, we need throughput, we need people through the gates. I do just want to put that to full and 90 seconds, and I want to put that to full and 90, and that to full and 90. So that just means that if the ride isn't operating, then we can get people through with the maximum wait of 90 seconds. So job done. What else? What other scenery can we can we spam? Let's go even more trees, because why not? Oh, we are. It's weird playing with money, because I'm now like, oh yeah, money is a thing. We are going to need to eventually think about what we're doing, but it's fine at the moment. Okay, so what have we got on the scenery rating? So, oh, 99, we're nearly there. Let's just put one more underneath. There you go, that should take it up. There you go, 100. 95, so that's the same. There you go. In any other Let's Play, this would have been a time lapse. 82. So we are just going to throw these bits down. Oh, 86. That didn't raise much, did it? Oh, poor Rocktopus. By the way, you have to have a variety of scenery as well. There is a penalty that you get if you do spam scenery. I think I'm probably hitting that penalty right now, but it's fine. This isn't supposed to look good. It's just supposed to be functional. Right, fine. I'm happy with that as it is at the moment. Next thing we need to do then, we need to optimize our money stuff of this one. So we're going to change the stuff here. So as you can see, each one has an effect on the guests. So ketchup makes them happier and thirstier. Then this one's happier, more energetic, less hungry and thirstier. So I'm just going to tick them all. There are a couple, by the way, that do have negative effects. I'll show you that in a moment, because I think it's on the soda one. You can then use the prices for all of your chief beef by ticking the bottom one, and I can typically add $2 or £2 to this one, and oh no, maybe it's 150. There is like a sliding scale, so if it's less than £8, you can only add a pound. If it's between 8 and 10, you can normally add £1.50, and if it's more than 10, you can normally add £2. That's kind of the ruling. That's not a rule, but that's kind of what I work with, and it seems to work. So here we go again with the Gulpy. There is the unhappier one. You see at the top where it says ice will make guests unhappier, so we're not going to put ice in, but we are going to do the lemon slice and the cordial, and we're going to do that for all of them. And then we're going to synchronize it, and we're going to do 6 for each of these. So remembering that the more you add, just like in Zoo, by the way, but Zoo presents this much better to you. The more you add, the higher your running costs are. So that's why you can charge more. So that is actually built in. We made a lot of money, didn't we? Look, hooray. So the next thing we need to do, I think, is to improve the efficiency of our staff. And we're going to do that by training them. But we're going to need to pay them more to do that. So 90, 90, 90, train. There you go. Already trained. Sorry, I was just like, why did that not... That's, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Our janitor is the same. We're going to need to pay him more for the next level up. And we are going to pay you more and go next level up. By the way, did you know, I can't show you now, I thought I was going to be able to, but we've just sent the staff to go training. If you've got no music on and you are just listening to the game, the register makes a sound, like a little beeping sound. It plays the Planet Coaster theme. But the accuracy of that theme depends on the level of training that staff member has. So if they're a 1-star, they'll play it really badly and you won't recognise it. But when they're 5-star, they will play the theme. Go and try it for yourself. I promise it's a thing. And that's something that 20 minutes into the video has given you value. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, then please do. Right, so we've got our staff training. Ultimately, why we're doing that is because the staff get faster at serving when they are better trained. So you're going to be able to get more money through. We are currently running on a loss because we have just paid for all of that training, and we're now paying for the staff. But we are all good. It's gonna be fine. Guests are in queues, so that's fine. And by the time they get off, they'll be hungry, and everything will work out in the economy. He says. Now he does regret doing that. So what challenges have we got? So we need to do a park balance of 20. We are currently on a 9, so that means we've got to do some extra bits of scenery and whatever, and buildings and stuff. Build a coaster with an excitement of 3, and no, let's not make a fireworks show because that's just no. Right, let's start working on the actual main park. Because I think that's probably what we're all here to do. 10-meter path. See, if I was designing this as as part of a series, I'd be thinking, right, how can I just not do what the game wants me to do? But let's not. let's not. So I want to bring it around here, so that means then we've got space to put something in this, and I think this is probably where these either the Woody or the Centurion is going to be, particularly if we are going for some kind of Sesame Place kind of thing, right? So this is where I ultimately want the entrance area to be, you know, the tickets and turnstiles and stuff. So I'm going to just put down a plaza bit. It doesn't need to be massive because this is not going to be a huge park. This is probably all we are going to need. Oh no, we run out of money. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it all went so bad so quickly. We literally have no money. So here is another fun fact for you. You can't go bankrupt in Planet Coaster. There's a bungee effect on here. So as you can see, we're now making money again, but it will only allow you to go so much in the under before it then stops going under. And you can see this in some of the more difficult scenarios that you play. So I think it's the Back from the Brink scenario, where you actually, yes, you can lose because your park is constantly in negative, but unlike Planet Zoo, which will just let you go and go and go and go and go, Planet Coaster doesn't actually let you go bankrupt. So there you go. There's a thing that you now know. That's the second thing in this video. I should do a things you didn't know about Planet Coaster video, shouldn't I? There you go. Right, so that's kind of where we are going to be sitting in terms of the stuff. So now what we need to do is start to prep for where our other buildings are going to be. So we've got just enough money for me to start laying this out. Let me just apply the filters to the scenery as well. Oh, no, sorry, scenery, sorry, to the... no, what am I doing? Content packs. Applying the filters to the buildings as well. God, this is proper lagging. Look at this. On a high-spec computer as well. How shameful. And that is literally the sheer number of TMDK items that I've got. It's horrific. Right, so you see me do this in the series, right? You see me start to plan out where stuff is going to be, and I use this rough concrete for this. Right, so we are going to need toilets for some well, we're going to need toilets. I don't know whether they're going to be Chacho toilets or whether they're going to be Skibidi toilets, but they are going to be some kind of toilets. And that's the usual size that I do them. We're going to need probably a fast pass unit, so I'm going to do that there. Maybe. And I do also want to put food units and stuff down. So where are they going to go? I reckon they need to go the other side of the turnstiles, right? So here, I think if we do that, and do that, then we can get a bit of an angle going, right? Something a little bit like that. That's what I'm thinking. That then means that we can get the path around this way. We're going to need a gift shop. Where's the gift shop going to go? Let's deal with that. That's tomorrow's problem, I think. Or that's not tomorrow. That's going to be later's problem. So we need to bring our path around this way. And I'm just going to do the old cheateroo thing. There you go. So that's now going to do that. I don't think these are going to need to be there. I think they're probably going to need to be a bit closer, aren't they? Like, maybe there, I think. No, let's do this. By the way, this is exactly what I do off camera. This is the reason I don't do Let's Plays. Yeah, because I do this a lot. And they're going, oh, is it there? Or is it there? Or where? Let's do that, because this can be left for back of house stuff. I think. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're okay. How are we doing money-wise? It was poor. We are poor. So, well, we've made money, though. We are making some sort of money, and we're getting on with stuff. Is there anything that we can do in the meantime whilst we are waiting for money? So, like, I want to get some research and stuff going, but that's too expensive. I think it's probably because we're paying our staff more. It's fine. Oh, there's the autosave. Hooray. How long is this going to take, do we reckon? Autosave. I'll tell you what. We're just going to say that we're just going to get on with this, because it's fine. Bloody autosave. I set it to 45 minutes, by the way, in case you're wondering. So, yes, it's taken me a couple of attempts to actually get this going. And you can do that if you're wondering. You can do that in the game settings. There's a file I'll see if I remember. I'll link to it in the description. There's a file in your game settings you have to change, and it's in seconds. So you can change it. But ultimately, it does still have to auto. Well, you can turn it off to the point where the autosave is so long that it doesn't matter. But you know, Planet Coaster does like to crash every now and again. And as you can see, this is taking a while because, again, it has to do all of the Theme Maker's Toolkit stuff. So, I am just going to call the episode at this point. Thank you guys for getting to the end of this one. I really do appreciate it. This is fun. I like doing this. I'm hoping you're liking this as well. I think what I'm going to do is split these up into half-hour episodes, and we'll put them out once every other day. And then by the end of this, we should have something, we're hoping. So, thank you so much. I'll see you in a couple of days. Have a good one. Take care.